Today we are going to be talking about yet another AI detector and seeing does it actually do a good job of detecting. AI detectors are notoriously bad, often giving false positives, and I kind of want to check a lot of these to see which one is the most accurate as far as I can find so that we have something to test against when we are writing our own work, whether we're editing AI work, etc. So the one we're going over today is Pangram, and Pangram has actually, I decided to do this one next because it's been recommended and a lot of people have been asking about it. So this is the one we're going to look at. First of all, it says an AI detector that actually works. Bold claim there. It says 99.98% accuracy, trusted by universities, schools, and enterprises. It also markets itself definitely as an AI detector for like teachers and stuff like that. This is interesting. Reviewed as the proven most reliable and most accurate AI detection tool in the market by third parties, including University of Maryland and the University of Chicago. So, okay, that's interesting. Let's look at pricing. So first of all, there is a free version and a fairly generous free version as well. It allows you to do 4 AI checks per day. I imagine there's a word count limit to what those checks look like, but yeah, that pretty much includes everything that you want as far as the AI generation part of it goes. This includes AI assistance detection, interpretability features to understand what parts of the text are AI, file upload and OCR for scanned documents, detect AI generated and human written content in over 20 languages, access to Chrome extension to detect AI generated text on any website, and Google Docs integration, which is great. Then there's a $20 plan per month. It's a little cheaper if you get it for the annual, but it's $20 per month. And that one gives you 600 AI scans per month. And it looks like, so that's just up to 1,000 words, right? So if it's more than 1,000 words, that uses additional credits. It also includes plagiarism and can automatically scan posts on social media, etc. So I like that they have plugins and things like that. Integrations with Google Docs makes it a little bit more versatile. And the $20 per month is a little pricey, I will say, for AI detectors. It's a little bit up there, especially when you only get 600,000 words per month, which I suppose if you're an educator, you'd use that all up. But anyway, there is also the $65 plan, which gives you way more, but essentially is the same as the $20 a month. It just gives you more usage. Okay. So let's actually go through and see how well this does. So as context, I've been keeping track of what these tools do for different samples that I have, including purely AI, pure AI nonfiction, heavily edited AI, human written fiction, human written nonfiction, as well as a 19th century book and excerpts from the Bible just for fun. So let's go ahead and add some of these in. So I'm just going to grab my pure AI fiction. So we would expect, if it's 100% accurate, that this would be 100%. Originality AI gave me 64%, GPTZero gave me 66, and Winston AI gave me 59. So they actually didn't do so well on this particular one, although they did do okay on others. So let's go to our dashboard and we're going to paste this in. All right. And we'll say check for AI. It tells me it's going to use 3 credits. All right. This one says 67% of this text is AI generated. So that's kind of consistent with what we had on the others. Technically a little bit higher than any of the other 3. So for Pangram, we're going to put that at 67%. Technically better than the other 3, but not by much. All right, let's do another one. All right, for this one, this is a long piece of text that is nonfiction that was purely written with AI. Let's go ahead and check this one. All right, this one says it's 100% generated, which is true. It is. Which Originality AI got the same result, but the others didn't. So this one is also up there in accuracy. Interesting that this particular fiction sample doesn't register as much of AI as many of the others. It's because you'll see in the past, my heavily edited AI actually did worse than my pure AI. I think it might have something to do with the models I was using, because the pure AI was written with Gemini 3. And the heavily edited AI that before it was edited was written with Claude. So interesting. I feel like Claude has a lot of tells, and that's why anything written with Claude comes off as heavily AI. So let's do another check. I want to pause here just briefly to talk a little bit about my membership, because one of the reasons why I'm doing these humanizer and detector tests is to be able to have a good baseline for the huge editing suite that we're working on in my Story Hacker tool, which will be out soon. I'm going to be talking about that very soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to join the community where we're doing all of this work to actually create quality books with AI at a high rate of speed, go ahead and check out the link for that down below. Hopefully that'll be useful for you, and let's keep going. This is now the heavily edited version. I'm very curious to see what this one says, because this one was heavily edited by two people. It was edited by myself and my editor. So this is 100% AI generated, so not accurate, because a lot of this was significantly edited. I would expect this to be about 50% or less. And this one says it's 100%, which is also what Originality AI said. The other two were close, but interesting. Okay. Now we get to some actual human written fiction. For Originality, GPTZero, and Winston, they were all pretty accurate with 0, or in case of Winston, 1%. So let's see if this one gets it. All right, this one says it's 100% human written, which is accurate. So we'll go ahead and say, well, okay, so since it's 100% human written, we'll say this is 0% AI. Now for modern human nonfiction, this is one where I trip up the other AI models. This is an article that I wrote years before ChatGPT was a thing. There was no AI involved. And because I wrote it, I know for sure it was written without AI. But because this is nonfiction, a lot of AI is trained on nonfiction, like articles and stuff like that. And this is one of those things. And so this is a good example of where there might actually be a false flag. As you can see, Originality.ai thought it was 99% AI, and GPTZero thought it was 53%, and Winston thought it was 96%. So let's see how Pangram does related to that. If it gets that this is mostly human written, then in my book, that's a clear indicator that this is one of the best AI checkers on the market. Let's see what it gives me. Okay, so now it says 32% of this is human written, which implies that 68% is not. So 68% is what we'll put here. And that's better than what Originality and Winston gave me, but GPTZero was more accurate because it said 53% was AI. So far, it's looking on par, maybe slightly better in some cases, but slightly worse in others with the other AI detectors out there. All right, now I'm going to put in a sample of writing from Sherlock Holmes just to see what it does with that. We would expect this to be 100% human. And sure enough, it is 100% human, or in other words, 0% AI. And last but not least, we're going to do some passages from the King James Bible, which is 100% as well, or in other words, 0% AI. All right, so overall, I think those are decent numbers, pretty on par with what we've seen with all of the others. I am kind of disappointed that the heavily edited AI is still considered like 100% AI in this case, and that my human written nonfiction was considered 68% AI. So there's still some major false flags there, as well as the editing not really doing much apparently to assuade the whole thing. And also it didn't get my pure AI perfect either, as none of them have. So I would probably need to run these tests again at some point with different samples, maybe written with different models or different techniques. Like if I run one with an automation that's gone through several rounds of editing in an automation to try and remove some of these AI-isms, what's that going to look like? But I'm just using the same samples for all of these right now just to kind of get a baseline, and then we'll try something else from there. So overall, my thoughts on Pangram, I'm not seeing anything that makes it special than the others. And so in this case, if I were using an AI detector, I'd go with what is cheapest, which right now, if you look at the pricing for GPTZero, it is $24 a month, and Winston is $18 a month. So both of the, I mean, all of these I feel like are a bit overpriced, right? The one I like in terms of price is Originality.ai, because that one you can just do pay as you go. It doesn't have to be a monthly subscription, which is really useful. So that's still the one I'd probably go with, even though it was not super accurate on some of these. but it doesn't really appear that so far there have been huge differences between all of these tools. They all seem to be running on very similar algorithms. So that was my review of Pangram. Seems okay, but not really much better or worse than the others. Hope that was useful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.